Yo, what's going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be doing another unboxing. In this case, we're going to be looking at something called the Ellipal that I got in the mail. So let's move on. Otherwise, what we will be learning in today's episode is basically discussing Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as Tron to BTC. We will also be looking at, basically it's a article posted by Bloomberg.com. Fidelity is said to plan March launch of Bitcoin custody service. And then I got some really great news, guys, in terms of the channel growth. I actually just created a Patreon. It is a huge stepping stone in terms of growing this channel and giving you guys the best technical analysis and ways to help grow your own, investing strategies and cryptocurrency, chart readings. So I will be looking at the Patreon that I made too. Otherwise, let's jump into today's episode. What's going on, guys? Back with another video. Before I begin today's episode, I just wanted to let you guys know it is absolutely freezing. I definitely recommend sticking around and watching the video to the end because I am going to be reviewing one of the coolest cold storage wallets that I've come into contact with. So I definitely recommend you check that out. Otherwise, check out this weather. It's the third day back at college, finishing up classes, and then I'll make today's episode. Only 5 degrees out right now. You guys can see this weather. It is absolutely crazy. We actually got a warning from the college that said we were expecting wind chills of up to -40 degrees Fahrenheit. And they said there is a frostbite warning. Make sure all skin is protected and clothed because of how freaking cold it is. And yeah, they aren't kidding. It is absolutely unbearable to touch my steering wheel right now. But yeah, there you go. Here's a massive plow. But for the most part, I'm gonna head to the gym, head to class, and let you guys go with today's video. Damn, it is brutal out. 4 degrees outside. 40-mile-per-hour winds, guys. 40-mile-per-hour winds. This is wild. Believe it or not, as I was making the video, I got an email saying my night class was canceled, which is good news for you guys. That means the video gets to come out early. Whoop. So check this thing out, guys. I got this from DHL Express, which means it came from China. Actually, it came from, where does it say? Let's see if that loads in. Yanrui International Tech from Shuangshan Street, Kowloon, Hong Kong. Very interesting. I did actually open this up just so I can check it out prior to making this video to set everything up, make sure it all is working well and looks good. But as you guys can see, what do we have here? We have something called the Ellipal. Now, obviously, you guys have seen my cold storage reviews on the hardware wallets, such as the Trezor. Eventually, we'll be doing the Nano Ledger S and other hardware wallets of that sort. This one caught my eye in particular, and I reached out to the company, and they were able to help send this one out to me and review it. So we opened the box, and there's a couple of things I want to look at right now. First off, here is the Ellipal. Now, like I said, I did open this and look at this prior to the unboxing, so there's a couple of things that are a little bit different on here. May look already open, that's because it is. Peel this off right here. This is the screen protector. Bam. So what I want to show you guys, that's probably the coolest thing about this Ellipal, is that they custom, and obviously you guys hopefully like my setup using the iPhone XS Max, but this is the coolest part. Yes, that is exactly what that looks like. They have custom engraved the Crypto TV logo for my YouTube channel on the back of the Ellipal. And the coolest part is it actually feels like it is above the back of the case. It is beautiful. There's so much texture on this, and I really do like the way they set this up. Now, let's move on to whatever else is in this box. Obviously, there are a couple of things here that came in here that don't come with the Ellipal that I added in. I'll explain that. So this comes with it. We have the micro USB to charge this thing. It is at the top right here, micro USB. Then we got some stickers, which obviously who doesn't like stickers? I'll put that on my laptop. As we move on, they did send me an extra backing, just a different position. You can see this one's a little bit higher up, this one's a little bit lower. But moving on, this I did buy, and I'll explain this in a second. I got a micro SD card because that is what this takes. I believe you need one to run this, but I'm not 100% sure. It only makes sense, and they're about $6, $7 to get this whole thing. So I was like, I might as well buy it. Otherwise, moving on from that, we also get the Ellipal manual. It pretty much explains exactly how to set this up. Now, there was some difficulty with me setting it up, but I did indeed figure it out, and I can make a later video on how to unbox it and how to review it. Now, the next thing it comes with is the, the mnemonic words. Here we go. Now, yes, I did post all these words, but don't try using them because they are old. I only did it to mess around with it. So they're not actually hooked up to anything. So, and then lastly, they sent us the Ellipal warranty card. But otherwise, that's pretty much everything that comes in this. That's all you really need to get started with the Ellipal. Let me put this all back for you guys. Now, check this out. So basically, when I was playing with this, you have to actually pop the top off just like that. I'm also turning it on right now. And you can see as it pops off, this is where you would insert the SD card right here. And you can also see the seal that pretty much explains if it was broken or tampered with. Let me close that. To close it, you push it in on the bottom here, and then you work around the sides and finish with the tops, just like that. Now here we go. This loads in. Now I did set this already. It is already set up. So let me enter my password. And now, bam, it takes us to our Crypto TV cold storage wallet. Now, I do love this thing so much because it is digital and it has its own freaking camera in it, and it's custom engraved. You can actually pick one of these up at ellipal.com. They are making a custom Crypto TV for my channel specifically. Pretty awesome. Definitely recommend checking it out. But look at all these coins they have set up. XLM, and they can add more coins, GRS, Tron, Doge, BTX, DGB, XRP, all the coins we know and love. You can pick these up here. Now, you got to download the Ellipal app for the iPhone. Super simple. Once you download that, you hook it up. You create an account on this. You want to create your account on this. I'll show you guys this in a later video. And then the setup is pretty easy. And then it acts as your cold storage wallet. But this thing is absolutely awesome. Let me know down in the comments if you guys want to see a full review on how exactly to use this thing. But otherwise, let's jump into the technical analysis aspect of the channel. So guys, I'm on the current coin market cap, and as you guys can see, there is a total market cap of 115.6 billion, 24-hour volume 17.8, Bitcoin dominance 52.8%. So Bitcoin dominance is decreasing, it is declining. It is down, below that 53% that we were seeing yesterday. That is indicating that altcoins are making a jump for it in the positive direction. 24 volume is actually up too. We were at I believe it was anywhere from 13 to 15 billion. We're now at 17.8, almost 18, which is about a $3.5 billion jump in the positive, or $3.5 billion added to the exchanges. Now, market cap is 115. We saw it, I believe, like 113. So we're up about 2.6 billion in terms of market cap, which indicates that we are moving in a positive direction. You can obviously see this is being reflected on the top 10 coins. Interesting, guys. This is definitely interesting. I may have to check out XRP in tomorrow's video. Bitcoin is at $3,489, up 1%. The biggest gainer in the top 10 coins, XRP, making a jump for it at up 11% actually at 32 cents, taking the biggest incline in terms of these top 10 cryptos. We see Litecoin still holding number 7, 1.9. It actually is gaining in price. 2.5% market cap is increasing, and it is holding its place fairly strong. It is about $120 million more in market cap compared to Tron. So it's definitely taking a move in a positive direction. Majority of this market is in green, not up by a ton, but I'd like to say maybe a 5 to 6% average in terms of how high it is. Less of, you know, we even seen Bagheera coin, which we've talked about in the past, or mentioned, it's up 30%. So we're seeing a lot more green than we are seeing a lot more in red. So before I jump into the article, guys, I did just want to pull up this, my Patreon. It's the first link in the description. Guys, check it out. It is brand new. Basically, a lot of you guys have been asking me how the heck I'm using my graphs. Where are my graphs at? How do I put the lines on it? What are my lines, etc., etc. This is a way now for you guys to get access to all my charts. That is awesome. So that's pretty much what I hope you guys can check out. Welcome to Crypto TV. Check this all out, guys. You can see all of this. I don't want to read all of it, but there are different levels you can check out. And I do have a pretty big description of who I am, what I'm trying to do. And obviously you could see the Ellipal cold storage wallet unboxing that we're going to do right now. So definitely check this out if you're interested in getting to know me on a more personal level, you know, helping me get to know you better, as well as getting access to all my TradingView charts. Otherwise, I do want to discuss the Fidelity article. Fidelity said to plan March launch of this Bitcoin custody service. So basically, Fidelity Investments is targeting a March launch date for its Bitcoin custody service, according to 3 people with knowledge of the matter, as the mutual fund giant moves forward with a plan that could ease or help ease fears of trading cryptocurrencies. In October, the Boston-based firm announced it would offer a range of crypto products designed for large investors like hedge funds. Bitcoin storage will be the first one available, according to the employees of 3 firms that spoke with Fidelity in the past several weeks and asked not to be named, discussing plans that they are still private. Ether custody is expected to be next, they said. We are currently serving a select set of eligible clients as we continue to build our initial solutions. The company said in a statement Tuesday, over the next several months, we will thoughtfully engage with and prioritize prospective clients based on needs, jurisdiction, and other factors. So they're definitely taking a good step in the positive direction. We're seeing a lot more companies start to offer certain cryptocurrency related ETFs, or not necessarily ETFs, but ways to invest. They're trying to. It's not out yet, but there's been a lot of hype and a lot of talk about this. So we will have to see what exactly goes on and if it exactly gets released. They said Fidelity, among the largest providers of retirement savings and mutual funds, is hoping it can leverage its famous name and win over institutional customers keen on digital currency trading, which is huge. The company already works with more than 13,000 financial institutions, which is also insane. It has also hired from the crypto world Tom Jessup as head of corporate business development a year ago. He was previously president of Chain Incorporated, which offers blockchain technology and financial companies. So risks to custody include managing cryptographic keys for customers, staving off hackers, and staying within compliance boundaries of the BNY, Mellon said in October. So there's definitely a lot of issues that are going to be coming up in regards to this sort of Fidelity thing. You know, this Bitcoin custody service is going to be very, very, very interesting. If they actually get, you know, approved by it and they're allowed to make this public, it will definitely start to offer bigger financial institutions to finally get involved into cryptocurrency and to put their money in it, as well as it will also allow a lot of other, you know, people of the, I guess, middle age and above who have retirement plans to actually start putting money into Bitcoin-backed mutual funds. You know, it's going to be definitely a very interesting topic as we move on into the future, especially with laws and changing what exactly is a currency. So it's going to be a lot of hype, a lot of talk. Definitely make sure to subscribe if you haven't already to keep up on all the current events so you don't miss out on any investment opportunities into cryptocurrency. Furthermore, moving on to Litecoin. So Litecoin definitely had a nice pop, and I do want to discuss why that is. And I actually did buy a little bit at the bottom right here. And what I'm referring to is we do have on Litecoin's daily chart, to make this semi-quick, you guys can see clearly that we do have this channel we've been trading in. We did actually break bearish from the top here. We were
unable to close the daily candle above the $33 resistance level, and we fell, falling all the way to $30. We did actually break a wick all the way down to $29, but we did pull back up. So clearly you can see the exact starting point. We started off at $30 once again, and we're currently at $31.60, indicating we are starting to move in the positive direction on the upside. I personally think we are going to be retesting $33. I do think this channel is going to be retested fairly soon. Like I said, if you guys want access to any of these charts live updates, definitely check out the Patreon. First link in the description if you wanted to get partnered with me and talk to me personally and discuss your portfolio investments and things of that nature. But otherwise, you guys can see we are trading sideways, which is interesting. You know, we've always talked when we start to see markets move sideways and we're not really seeing much volume, which you can see right here. Let me add in the volume. You can clearly see on the RSI, we're pretty much trading sideways. The volume is pretty flattened. We're not really seeing much movement at all, which is indicating we're probably going to see a pop in either direction. You know, we've tested this 1, 2, 3 times now. I'm kind of leaning more towards we hold $30 support, we break through 33 and potentially retest our high-low MMA at $37. Otherwise, moving on to Bitcoin for you guys, similar pattern happening actually, but I do have more to add to Bitcoin. So, you know, Bitcoin, it looks a little more clear in my personal opinion, mainly because yes, we do have this support at the bottom here at $3,400 around, which is holding on to a very well. Now the thing is, there is this downtrend that we have yet to break, which I can show you on the weekly. You guys can see clearly right here. The weekly, there is a downtrend, a very strong one at best, and we saw back November 12th with the descending triangle. We finally closed off right here. We are anticipating a very big move. That is exactly what we got. Unfortunately, it wasn't to the upside. We weren't going to see that $10,000, $11,000 swing. We saw a vigorous pullback from $6,300, and we fell all the way to $3,700. Now, don't get me wrong, this is definitely a very good buying opportunity. You can see how flatlined we are on the RSI in terms of Bitcoin's weekly, which is not something we normally have. We're usually either trading sideways, you know, 50 on the weekly, or we're overbought. But being so low, it's an indication that we're probably not going to stay here for long. Now, what I wanted to discuss is this downtrend was not broken. It was retested and it fell, which indicates the downtrend is still there. So I do think we are going to close this. I do think we're going to see very little volume. You know, we can still see a small on short-term volume moving us up to like $4,500. I can only see maybe a cap of $1,000 until we retest this downtrend. But in the next couple of weeks, we should eventually come into contact with the downtrend right here, this descending triangle, and we will hopefully break it. You know, it will break. This is not a permanent thing. It's not going to drive the currency down into $800. Yes, it is possible. Very unlikely, but I will be very shocked if that does happen. I'm leaning more towards the fact that due to the fact that we are below the high-low MMA, I can see more of a swing to the upside, bringing us back to maybe $6,200 rather than us falling all the way to, you know, $1,800 or $1,000, $900 at best. So I'm really expecting to see some sort of swing up, you know, to the upside, but for the most part, we are going to be trading sideways and trading out. Furthermore, moving on to Ethereum, the top 3 blue chips I like to discuss. Clear indicator as towards why we did break bearish. You guys can clearly see this was definitely a reasonably easy chart to graph. You can see the downtrend right here, and you can see the support right here. As we consolidated into the corner, we did break bearish. We said we were going to see a big move here. We did. We broke bearish. Unfortunately, that is still considered a big move. We tested support at around $100, and we are currently lifting up to around 107, but you can see there is a pretty strong support at $100. I was anticipating a fall to $80. It wasn't that likely due to the fact we were nearing oversold on terms of Ethereum's daily RSI, but we are starting to retest and retrace back up. And I do think 114 will be a pretty big resistance when we do come there, but I do think Ethereum is shooting for around 115. Lastly, to end today's episode, guys, we are looking at Tron's ascending triangle on its daily. Huge. Nearing overbought. It was overbought a couple of days ago, but it is nearing overbought right now. You can see we are starting this ascending triangle. We're practically coming to the end. I do think we're going to see a pretty hefty move with Tron. Like I said, if we do come back down to this support line right here, I do plan on buying a little bit of Tron, but I do think we're gonna potentially break bearish from here. You know, there's a lot of resistance right here. We've had 2 tests of that, and if we do pull back, we'll probably not fall that much, maybe to this this yellow support, because by the time we get to here, this RSI, sorry, this high-low MMA will catch up. So to draw this out for you guys, I can see something like this happening. We swing up, test here, and pull back down, and then this is going to move up like that, and that's going to act as the support that pushes us higher, and then eventually we should break that top and continue to move up higher. But that's pretty much my technical analysis for today, guys. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up if you like the content. Make sure to check out Patreon, first link in the description, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's episode. Peace.